all things exist, and bringing many sons to glory, should make the founder of their salvation perfect through suffering. So in one phrase, he tastes death for everyone. In the next phrase, he is not bringing everyone to glory. He's bringing many to glory. So, but there are lots of texts like this that you have to decipher what the word one and many, all and many mean. The great text that requires great interpretation is the classic text of John 3:16, which is God so loved the world. What is the world?
All those who believe in him in the next verse.
Well, it seems like maybe that's the evil world, because it's the world that he gave his life for, that they should not perish. But the surface interpretation is that God loved everyone in the world, and that God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved. So I think that this is another case where it just requires deciphering. Does this mean that I don't think that the scriptures suggest that Christ died for every single person distributively, that every single person receives salvation. It's just obvious from experience that not everyone is saved. People have very different attitudes towards Christ. So what is it trying to say? I think that probably here the case of world for John is ethical. It's not universal. He's saying that God so loved the world, that is the evil world, and he gave his Son. God did indeed love the world, which is the world of people worthy of condemnation, but God in Christ showed love. He so loved the world. God's love for the world is so great that he gave his Son. But again, it cannot be every single person, because then he says, and whoever believes in him should not perish. So it's not every single person, it's the people who believe who receive the benefit, and if they don't, then they're going to perish. Why do I like that?
It gives everybody a chance.
Yeah, well, I think it goes further than that, Kathy. For one thing, it makes the gospel real, which is to say, I'm really offering you salvation. If you take this medicine, it'll really heal you. Take it, and you'll be saved. How did you put it?
It gives everybody a chance. He loves the world, so it's giving everybody this opportunity.
Well, it's a sincere offer, certainly. I don't think we as human beings know who's going to accept it and who not. I've worked with missionaries and I've seen how it's done. But not everyone accepts what's offered. There was a woman, Charles Haddon Spurgeon, English preacher of the 19th century, went to a woman and she was sick and she wasn't taking her medicine. So Spurgeon said, "Madam, you must take your medicine." And the woman said, "Well, if I'm predestined to live, I'll live, and if I'm predestined to die, I'll die." And Spurgeon said, "No, madam, I've studied this. It doesn't work like that. The way it works is if you take your medicine, you're predestined to live. And if you don't take your medicine, you're predestined to die." So there's predestination and free will. You have to accept it. You have to believe in Jesus Christ and you will be saved. I think that's the offer. Okay, well, yes, we're done. Thank you. See you next week. More justification next week because I have to pound some more. But thank you for listening. It was
Thank
great.
Thank you.
Very
That was
informative.
fantastic.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
So Lorena is going to join the class. I'm going to leave the States for a couple of weeks. So
Good.
Well,
Yeah, please.
nice to meet you,
How long you going for?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, I'm
I'm
Lorena.
Lorena, nice to
Lorena.
meet you.
Oh,
I'm
maybe
Jonathan.
I stay for
Jonathan,
months,
nice to meet you. It's a
maybe
pleasure.
for weeks. I don't know.
Hi,
What's the purpose of this trip?
I'm going to
This
see
is so cool. I
some
like this
friends.
class.
One of my church leaders got to become present.
You're not going for the